Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. As we speak right now, many Nigerians are worried. What is the result of the investigation being made by the judicial panel? And many of them are making demands. But first, let's find out what special groups are saying concerning the Fubara's panel as they are questioning and demanding for the truth. Well, according to the Human Rights Association of Nigeria, HURIWA, it started by commending the Rivers State government for the efforts of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry investigating the series of arson attacks on local government areas LGA secretariats. Now, this comes as the commission nears the conclusion of its investigation. The group noted that the attacks, which occurred shortly after the successful local government elections, posed a significant threat to the democratic process. In a statement signed by this national coordinator, he actually called for a full accountability to ensure such incidents do not occur. Recall that the Judicial Commission, chaired by Honorable Justice Ibiwange Minakeri, was inaugurated by Governor Samuel Nwanosike with a specific mandate to investigate the killing, arson, and destruction of local government properties and to deliver a comprehensive report. Now, the commission, composed of 7 distinguished members, was given a 1-month time frame to complete its inquiry and submit recommendations. Since its formation, the commission has actively engaged with affected local government areas, conducting an on-site assessment in the presence of the press. Now, this assessment included visits to impacted local government areas such as Eleme, Ikwere, Emoha, Obiobo, and Ikana, revealed sustainable or substantial damage from looting, arson, and even explosions. Now, during these inspections, Justice Minakeri emphasized the Commission's dedication to transparency and thoroughness, now urging full cooperation from local councils and communities. Now, Justice Minakeri, in a statement, noted the severe impact on Eleme local government area, where losses were so extensive that the council headquarters became almost non-operational. Similarly, in Ikwere and Omoha, councils experienced several structural and property damage, complicating the return to regular operations. Now, HURIWA criticized the Inspector General of Police (IGP) for the security lapses that facilitated these attacks, condemning the unexplained withdrawal of police security from the affected local government areas just before and on the day the newly elected council officials assumed office. HURIWA described this action as a gross dereliction of duty, creating a security gap that emboldened those responsible for the violence. Now, calling on the security withdrawal an ignominious and unconstitutional act, the group warned that this dereliction of democratic responsibility would be recorded as a stain on the current IGP's legacy. HURIWA emphasized the anticipation of Nigerians for a fair and impartial report from the Commission. The association expressed confidence that the Judicial Commission under Justice Minakeri's leadership would meet public expectations by providing a detailed account of the circumstances surrounding the attacks. They also expect that the panel's findings would reveal the motivations behind the violence, that the people of Rivers State and indeed all Nigerians deserve to know this truth. It urged the Commission to uncover all individuals or groups behind this, stressing that justice should not only address the destruction of the properties, but also the loss of lives and the disruption caused by the violence. Governor Fubara's resolve to address these critical issues, coupled with the expected impartiality of the Judicial Commission, signals that Rivers State is moving toward a more accountable and secure future. This is actually said by HURIWA. All of them are demanding for one major thing: transparency and justice. Everybody's waiting for the final result of the investigation. But a quick one, my colleague is in the house. As at November 19 actually, Wike and his supporters, like the likes of Nwanosike and co, were invited to this very panel. They showed him video evidence of some of what his supporters did on that said day that indicted not just the FCT minister, that's Wike, and Samuel Nwanosike, all the interviews granted, and what they did in the name of protest on that day, which indicted him, and they invited him to come and defend himself using those video clips. They also invited him on public notice, public press, and they sent him some of the videos, and they expect him to appear on that day to defend himself, of which, of course, Wike have not dignified it with an answer, a response, how much more his presence. And of course, Samuel Nwanosike also openly declined, attending, saying that if Fubara did not even as much as, honor Judicial, whatever, so why should he, in all honesty, attend such and all that? A lot was said. My colleague is in the house. What's your take on the fact that the day they gave to them to appear have come and gone? And what do you think how do you think the report will look like from the judicial panel set up by Fubara for Rivers State?
Well, number one, though it may look vague, but at the same time, it's important for us to know that in law, if you refuse to, show up in judicial panel like this, it's a pointer to the fact that you consent to whatever, position the judicial panel is going to take, because whether we like it or yes, nobody's above the law. Yeah, we know that the former governor of the state, FCT minister, Samuel Wike, is overly busy with his job over there, but then he can still send in a representative, maybe legal representative, to come and state his position in respect to whatever thing that was done. But for him to decline clearly shows that I don't care whatever position you people want to take. I don't give a hoot. I don't care about it. And this is one of the things that have really brought trouble to Nigeria, whether we like it or not. In this country, there are people who are above the constitution. There are people who are above the law. There are people who can do anyhow they want to do. And unfortunately, the law would not do anything. It was a laughable thing when I saw that invite from the panel. The reason why I say it was laughable was the fact that it is a man who had come on media and say he was going to put fire in any state. Those are very questionable statements. Those are statements that DSS will rush in on you, arrest you, and ask you. If you're an ordinary citizen, you understand. Talk less, and guess what? Being even a minister, it doesn't give you that leverage. It doesn't even exempt you from, being invited. There's no immunity clause for them. But come on, he said it. Walk away. Nobody even did the security apparatus of Nigeria, and security agencies. Nobody even came to ask him, Oga, please explain to us again in another media chat. What did you mean by that statement? Nobody was able to step in to say anything. But then you'll be shocked. Another person would do it. So it's a case of animal farm. All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. So that's the situation we are seeing in Nigeria. And just pray. Our prayer had always been Nigeria shouldn't happen to us, because you will see that some people will cross some rope. You want to jump and cross it, they'll lift the rope up so that you fall headlong. So I don't know how the judicial panel will handle that case, but whatever they are going to bring in will be their own position. And it's a pointer to the fact that no matter what will come up, they can't do anything to those two key people, because just like some of them had also said, the reason why Wike may likely not come would have been because he has not aligned with some of the court judgment that have been given thus far. So this issue, it will keep on getting worse day after day. Time will come that the judiciary will say anything and nobody cares about it except for the poor commoners around town. That's just it.
Well, that's actually a bad precedence if eventually we get to that level. Most Nigerians are wondering if and when eventually the report comes out, what will be the punitive measures that will be given to erring members or erring or guilty people who have been found, or people who have been found guilty. What will be the punitive measures? Will they be above the law? Nigerians are keeping their fingers crossed and all eyes truly are on them. That's where we'll go wrap it up.